Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today, we're discussing a rare bird, and an exclusive one at that. This is the Journe Chronometre Souverain Black Label. You can see and you can purchase this 40mm Platinum Black Label Chronometre Souverain on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Chronometre Souverain Black Label in Platinum. Now, how is this watch exclusive? Let me count the ways. First, to purchase the 2008 to present Black Label series, any example, you have to prove you're an existing Journe owner. Second, you have to purchase through one of the company's 9 factory boutiques. And third, there are restrictions even on what the boutique can order, as no more than 12 Black Label examples of all models can be sold through a single boutique. Moreover, no boutique can order more than 2 examples of any one reference, that is, any one model, 2 pieces per boutique, 9 boutiques for the entire year. So what are we talking about here? Well, we're talking about a very appealing combination of white metal, black dial, and absolute exclusivity. Do you want to draw the cord and step in? Find out. On my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see the 40mm case wears fairly compact. Journe cases generally wear smaller than their nominal size because they're so thin and their lugs are short cropped. So 40mm across the round of the case, my calipers actually measure about 40.4, but that's not including the crown. Now, where the watch really struts its stuff, and Journe shows his chops as a watchmaker, is that this watch does achieve chronometer levels of precision, while at the same time achieving incredible thinness. 8.6mm, this is a slim picking right here, with a generously domed bezel that allows even the tightest of dress cuffs to ride up over this sub 9mm thick timepiece. Great for formal attire, sporty enough for casual. The watch also works well on a smaller wrist with a 48mm lug-to-lug span across the wrist, such that I could say the lower limit for wearing this watch with security and proportion is probably somewhere around 14 centimeters in circumference. It is flat, limpet-like, and fits wonderfully. Now, the strap is nice and thin, but of a very high grade. You can see that the strap is thin and unbolstered in profile, rectangular scale black alligator leather with a monotone stitch and a folded edge. It's small scale alligator leather on the underside, gator being tougher and a little bit more expensive. It's generally used on the top of straps. To see it used on the bottom is the sign of attention to detail, as well as guarantee of long wearing durability. Now, you also note there are pull tab spring bars on both sides that allow you to easily undress the watch, pulling the strap off should you wish to simply change the shoes or closely clean the case. More of a note, the curved spring bars that close the flank of the watch, allowing very little daylight between strap and case. The look winds up being highly integrated, with the leather almost seeming like a continuation of the black of the dial. Very sharp. Simple and effective Journe platinum pin buckle. What's important to note here is that not all high horology houses give you a platinum buckle with a platinum watch. No such compromises at Journe. The case is simple but strong. The lugs downturn almost vertically as they pull away from the case. That's how it fits so well on a smaller wrist. The case band is strong with the overlap of the bezel and the case back. There's a strong sweep from lug to lug that transitions into a domed style and high polished bezel, framing the signature and eponymous Black Label dial. Now, it's actually a piece of galvanized silver. That's how Journe creates dials. And you'll note the signature stylized Arabic numerals, the railroad track outboard for the minutes, small railroad track with the countersunk inset small seconds, power reserve scale at 3 o'clock, and the signature Journe biomorphic hands, here not in the usual blue, but in high polish. Precious metal, of course, they are white gold. Now, the power reserve requires some explanation, because you'll note as I wind it towards its 56-hour maximum reserve de manche, it actually starts moving towards the 0 end of the scale. And that's because these Journe power reserves on the Chronometre Souverain indicate the hours since the watch was fully wound. So once I wind it fully, it will have been 0 hours, and indicates 0 hours, since I last wound it. And there's a subtle Clou de Paris style pattern across the center dial to add texture and visual interest. Turn it over, and you've got all the visual interest you can handle. Manufacturer, this is a caliber 1304, 13 being the diameter in French ligne, and 04 being the year Journe started work on the movement. The first Chronometre Souverain, and thus the first movements from the series, debuted in 2005. Now, you can see this is A watch with a number of distinctive finishes in the Geneva waves across bridges, a sort of rayon or radiant cut into the plate just below the dual mainspring barrels, and then a micro perlage overlapping an engine turns just below the balance. Technically, a lot going on here. 22 joules, twin mainspring barrels. The twin mainspring barrels assure a good power reserve of 56 hours. It's more than the standard 38 to 42 in the industry, but they're mainly there to ensure a very even torque release, and thus a high degree of isochronism and precision across as much of the operative power reserve as possible. Now, you'll note that the balance is big, beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour and free sprung. The size of the balance and its large moment of inertia make it highly resistant to shock-induced timing deviation, while the free sprung architecture redoubles that quality. So very accurate. This watch is designed first and foremost to be attractive and also extremely attractive to the intellect. A true instrument, it easily makes the ISO 3159, which is the international definition of a chronometer, so though FP Journe does not COSC certify these movements, they easily exceed those standards as established by the ISO 3159. You'll also note the hidden train. A signature feature of this series, you can see the power source, you can see the balance, and you can see the anchor. What you can't see is the drivetrain that's transferring the power from the different mainspring apparatus to the balance. Instead, the train runs under the dial. It's called the hidden train, and it opens up these immense gulfs that allow you to better appreciate the individual components, the depth and the beauty of the watch. You can see and you can buy this FP Journe Chronometre Souverain Black Label, the rarest of the rare. Make it your own on our website.